Welcome to our channel, we're thrilled to have you here. Today we're diving into the bloody trenches of the culinary world to expose the 18 red flags that signal you're about to eat at a bad restaurant. From chaotic kitchens to stressed-out staff, we'll uncover it all. You know, the kind of place that serves up disasters disguised as dishes and leaves you feeling like you've been cheated out of a good meal. We've all been there, and it's not a pleasant experience. I'm here to arm you with the knowledge to spot a culinary car crash before it happens. With our tips, you'll be able to identify the warning signs and avoid a disappointing dining experience. We're going to equip you with the skills to dodge those culinary catastrophes and steer clear of establishments that wouldn't know good food if it slapped them across the face. No more wasted money or ruined evenings. So, buckle up and get ready. Let's get started on this journey to becoming a savvy diner. First impressions matter, and the menu is your initial encounter. Is it sticky, greasy, covered in unidentified splatters? Then it's time to turn tail and run. A dirty menu is a blatant disregard for basic hygiene. If they can't even be bothered to keep the menus clean, what do you think is happening behind those swinging doors? We're going undercover for this one. A trip to the restroom isn't just a bodily function, it's a reconnaissance mission. Are the floors sticky, sinks dirtier than a sewer rat's breakfast, toilet paper strewn about like confetti after a food fight? Then sound the alarm bells. The state of the restrooms is a direct reflection of the standards upheld in the kitchen. If they treat a space meant for basic hygiene with such disdain, imagine the horrors lurking where your food is prepared. Listen up, because this is crucial. Hospitality is not a bloody foreign language. A welcoming smile and attentive service are the bare minimum. If you're greeted with a scowl and treated like an inconvenience, then get out. Find a place where they actually appreciate your patronage. You deserve to be treated with respect, not like a piece of meat being prepped for the grill. We're not talking about a perfectly aged steak here. We're talking about an eternity wasted staring at an empty table. If the restaurant isn't overflowing with patrons, yet your food is taking longer to arrive than a rescue boat in a hurricane, then alarm bells should be ringing. It's a clear sign of disorganization, understaffing, or worse, a kitchen that's struggling to keep up. Don't be afraid to inquire politely, but if the excuses start piling up faster than dirty dishes, it's time to make a swift exit. A menu that reads like a Tolstoy novel is not a sign of culinary genius, it's a red flag the size of a tablecloth waving frantically in your face. A focused menu, showcasing a few well-executed dishes, is a sign of confidence. It means the kitchen knows its strengths and sticks to them. A sprawling monstrosity of a menu, on the other hand, is a recipe for disaster. Picture this. It's prime dining time, the hunger pangs are kicking in, and you stumble upon a restaurant eerily devoid of life. An empty restaurant during peak hours is the culinary equivalent of a 5-alarm fire. It's a screaming siren, a giant neon sign flashing, "Abandon all hope. Ye who enter here." If the locals are avoiding the place like the plague, you best believe there's a damn good reason. We live in a digital age, for crying out loud. Before you even think about setting foot in an establishment, consult the online oracles. Check the reviews, scroll through the comments, and see what people are saying. Are the reviews littered with tales of food poisoning and culinary abominations? Then consider yourself warned. Listen, a restaurant should entice you with delicious aromas, not send you running for the hills with your hand over your nose. A symphony of unpleasant odors is a surefire sign that something is rotten, and I'm not talking about the cheese. Whether it's the stench of stale grease or the overpowering aroma of cleaning products trying to mask the disaster, trust your instincts and walk away. We've already tackled the treacherous terrain of dirty menus, but don't let your guard down just yet. The saga continues with tables and chairs that seem to have a personal vendetta against clean clothing. If you find yourself stuck to the table like a fly on flypaper, it's time to stage an intervention. A sticky table is not a badge of honor. It's a breeding ground for bacteria and a testament to utter laziness. Listen up, you have every right to know what you're putting into your body. Don't be afraid to ask questions, to interrogate the menu, and demand transparency. A restaurant that's proud of its ingredients will gladly share their sourcing and preparation methods. If they're evasive, secretive, or dismissive of your inquiries, then alarm bells should be ringing. It's your right to demand transparency, to ensure that what you're eating is not a culinary con job. We're not talking about a three-piece suit here, for God's sake, but appearances do matter, especially in the service industry. When you walk into a restaurant, the first thing you notice is how the staff presents themselves, but a certain level of decorum is expected. A neat uniform and a professional demeanor can make a world of difference. If the staff looks like they just rolled out of bed after an all-night bender, it's a reflection of the overall standards. It makes you question the hygiene and the quality of the food being served. Cleanliness, a tidy appearance, and a sense of professionalism go a long way in establishing trust. When the staff looks well-groomed, it reassures you that the establishment cares about its image and, by extension, its customers. It shows that they take pride in their work, in their establishment, and in serving you. This pride translates into better service and a more enjoyable dining experience. If they can't even be bothered to present themselves well, what does that say about their commitment to your dining experience? A lack of effort in appearance often hints at a lack of effort in other areas too. We're talking about health inspection certificates, those badges of honor that should be proudly displayed for all to see. These certificates are not just pieces of paper, they are symbols of trust and safety. They tell you that the place you're about to eat at has met the required health and hygiene standards. It's not a bloody state secret, it's a reassurance that basic hygiene standards are being met. When you see a clean kitchen and staff following proper protocols, it gives you peace of mind. A missing certificate is not a good look. It makes you wonder why it's not there. Is it an oversight, or is there something more sinister at play? It raises suspicion, casts doubt, and makes you question what they're trying to hide. Customers start to feel uneasy, and that's never good for business. Don't be afraid to ask to see it. It's your right as a customer to know that the place you're eating at is safe. A reputable establishment will have nothing to hide, and a refusal to provide proof should be all the confirmation you need to hightail it out of there. Always prioritize your health and safety. We're talking food safety 101 here, the most basic of basics. Food served at the wrong temperature is not only unappetizing, it's a one-way ticket to a night of digestive discomfort. A lukewarm soup, a steak colder than my heart after a disastrous service, a chicken so pink it's practically clucking. These are not oversights, they're culinary crimes. If your food arrives at a temperature that sends shivers down your spine, send it back. The cutlery, those seemingly innocuous instruments of dining, can reveal a world of horrors if you know what to look for. Water spots, food remnants from the previous diner, a suspicious film that makes you question the effectiveness of their dishwashing. These are all signs that hygiene has taken a back seat. Clean, polished cutlery is a non-negotiable. Listen, we're living in the 21st century, not the Stone Age. Dietary needs and preferences are not a fad, they're a reality, and a good restaurant should cater to a variety of palates. A menu that's stuck in a culinary time warp, with no consideration for vegetarians, vegans, or those with allergies, is not only outdated, it's bloody lazy. Look, we all love a bit of luxury, a taste of the high life, but there's a fine line between a splurge-worthy meal and being robbed blind. The price should reflect the quality of the ingredients, the skill of the chef, the ambiance, the service, the entire package. Demand value for your hard-earned cash, not overpriced mediocrity. We eat with our eyes first, and a dish that looks like a culinary car crash is not going to whet anyone's appetite. I'm not talking about fancy foams and towers of food, but a well-plated dish shows care, attention to detail, and a passion for the craft. If your food arrives looking like it was plated by a blindfolded monkey, alarm bells should be ringing. Listen, dining out is an experience, not just a necessity. The atmosphere should enhance the meal, not detract from it. Music that doesn't make you feel like you're trapped in an elevator, lighting that doesn't require a miner's headlamp, seating that doesn't leave you feeling like you're in a sardine can. A restaurant that neglects the ambiance is neglecting the overall dining experience. It's like forgetting the seasoning, a crucial element that can make or break the entire dish. So there you have it, my culinary comrades, the 18 red flags that signal you're about to enter a culinary danger zone. Remember, dining out should be a pleasure, not a punishment. Armed with this knowledge, you're now equipped to navigate the restaurant world like a seasoned pro. Trust your instincts, don't be afraid to ask questions, and never settle for mediocrity. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more tips and insights.